Hey lightweights, and welcome to my 10K slash 13K Q&A video. Sorry this took so long, but I wanted to try to do it in a different format. So usually with my last Q&A and my other videos, it's kind of just me talking at you at my desk. I thought this would be cool to switch it up a little bit and give you a little insight into my life and what I do. So behind the scenes, Mr. Light is going to ask me your questions, and I am going to answer them while doing random things in my life. So this might not work, it might blow up, but I want to try something new. Yeah, all right, so here we go.
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Doggos.
What movie made you cry the most?
I'm so excited for audiences to experience
The Notebook?
Hey, where are you from?
I am from Western New York. So there are a lot of different questions that were kind of the same, so I'm going to try to answer all of them in one fell swoop. Sorry if you hear the noise in the background. I am cooking dinner. I am trying to cook spinach ravioli and chicken sausage, so we'll see how it goes. But it's really loud because there's grease in the pan. Anyways, a lot of you were wondering if I did this full-time or if I had another job. The answer is no, I am not a full-time content creator. I am a teacher full-time. I just do this on the side for fun. Those of you who knew I was a teacher already asked what I taught. I teach high school history, so for those of you who have a different education system than we have in the United States, that's the older kids. I teach grades 9 and 10, so roughly ages 14 to 16. And I teach world history or global history, it's called, depending on where you live. So I teach everything from the beginning of humanity, the Paleolithic era, all the way up until the Cold War. So that's kind of my purview, my specialty. I love it. And yeah, I think that's kind of pretty much all of the questions wrapped into one that were pretty similar.
Who is your favorite female gaming character?
Probably Cirilla from The Witcher 3 or Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
What's the first game you ever remember playing?
I don't remember the name of it. I talked about this in my last Q&A. It was some game that was a Star Wars game, and you flew a TIE fighter, I think, and all I remember is taking down AT-ATs and flying in my TIE fighter, but I can't remember what it was called, so that if it counts. If it doesn't count because I can't remember the name, the first game I actually remember playing on my own would be Unreal Tournament. I was actually really good at Unreal Tournament. I used to stand on top of these buildings and snipe people with my electric sniper rifle, the lightning bolt sniper rifle. It's pretty good.
So when's your merch coming out?
It's already out. Someone asked if the channel was my idea or my husband's, and they felt that I was new to gaming. The channel is actually my idea. It's something I've always wanted to do. I just never had the guts to do it. I never felt like I was good enough to do it. I always chickened out. I'm actually the original gamer of the family. I have been gaming much longer than my husband has. I've been gaming ever since I was a little kid. I used to game with my dad, but that's getting into a different question, so I'll answer that there. So my husband and I do game together, and my husband is a gamer at this point in his life, but he wasn't always. So the channel was definitely my idea. However, that being said, my husband was the one who really encouraged me to go after it and to try it. He showed me a lot of the female YouTubers that inspired me to finally go after it. And he was the one who said, you know, you only have one life. What's the worst that's gonna happen? If it fails, and nobody even knows. If it takes off, then you are happy and you have the potential to reach some of the dreams that you've had for years. So he used to credit for me actually getting the balls to do it, but it was my idea and it was something that I always wanted to do on my own.
If you had a time machine and could go back to any time in history, what time period would you choose?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I've always loved the ancient history, so I'd probably want to go back to before the classical era, so like ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, even before Rome. So probably I'd want to go see ancient Egypt and ancient Greece.
Marvel or DC? Hey, how many tattoos and piercings do you have?
I have 3 tattoos. The ogum on my arm, which says Slancha, which means health. My name from my 3rd dan in Taekwondo on my ribs, which is fight to win or die. And then on this side I have a Trinity triangle with serenity, courage, and wisdom. And then for piercings, I have 4 in one ear, but only 2 in the other because this ear doesn't like me and likes to reject anything more than 2. I used to have my belly button pierced, but with my last surgery they had to go through my belly button, so I don't have that anymore. So, and then my nose, so 5.
Hey, what's your favorite guilty pleasure game?
World of Warcraft? If I had to live in a planet from Star Wars, it would be Naboo because it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the greenery and the waterfalls.
Hey. Team Yennefer or Team Triss?
Yeah.
There seems to be some confusion with this, so now seems like the perfect time to clear this up. What is the story behind your channel name?
So I always wanted to have a channel, but I never felt like I was a good enough gamer to have a channel. And then I decided that I needed to just go for it. So I was trying to find a game that reflected my lack of gaming ability. So if you're a lightweight, you have a low alcohol tolerance. So lightweight gaming, I have a low gaming ability. So that's kind of where it came from.
So I got a couple questions for you. 1, how old are you? 2, what made you decide to get married so young? And 3, what is the love story between Mr. and Mrs. Light?
I am 28 years old. I'll answer the love story part before when I got married so young. Mr. Light and I have been together for almost 10 years. We started dating our freshman year in college, really early, in October. School for us starts in September. And we just fell in love very fast, and we're together for a really long time, and it had been, how many years were we together when we got married? 7? 8? 7 years already. We were 25 years old. We knew we wanted to be together forever, so we got married. And that's kind of love story and why we got married so young, because we had just been together for so long and we just knew that we wanted to be together, so why wait?
Hey, if you were trapped on an island with only 3 movies, what 3 movies would you bring?
The Little Mermaid, Harry Potter, the first one, and The Hunger Games. Alright guys, so a few of you have asked for a tour of my room, so I figured this would be a perfect time to do it. So here we go. This is my recording space. It's still a work in progress, but we're getting there piece by piece. So for my patrons and for everyone who's donated money during the premieres, thank you so much. This is what your money has been going to, and it will continue to improve. Above it, I have a map of my travels. One of you asked how many countries I've been to. All of the red are places I've been, and the yellow flags are places I've been. So I've been to pretty much a lot of different islands in the Caribbean. I've been to Ireland, I've been to England, Italy, and I was supposed to go to France and Spain in April, but with coronavirus, obviously that's not happening. So who knows if I'll ever make it out there. So that's kind of my travels. My back wall, you can see somewhat in the videos. A lot of you have asked if I have painted some of these. I did not make any of these. I am not artistic in the slightest. I've gotten all of these with the exception of the ones from Smack from Disney World. So I have some of the original ride posters, which I absolutely love. I am obsessed with Disney World, all things Disney. I love it, love it, love it. I also love Star Wars, and they sell these in the new Galaxy's Edge land when I was in Disneyland, but now I'm in Disney World. And then I've got maps from my two favorite games, The Witcher and Skyrim. I also have artwork which you've seen before from Smack, The Witcher, Red Dead, and Resident Evil. And then I've got some artwork from fans. Thank you. These are from my student fans. Alright, what else? Alright, my bookshelf. This is an eclectic mix of all things that I love. So as I mentioned before, I love Disney. Every time I go, I buy myself a set of ears or a tiara. So I've got a bunch of different Mickey ears. I got these when I was in Galaxy's Edge. If you look at them, you can see that they're Star Wars themes. I love Game of Thrones. I am Daenerys, so I've got my Stein here. I also have my dragon eggs and Daenerys herself in a couple different areas. I love pop figurines. They're my favorite. I find them to be absolutely adorable, so I try to collect them slowly. I got Marcus, Siri, Crash, Groot, who I also am obsessed with, Kimberly the Pink Ranger. I used to always want to be a Power Ranger when I was young because I did Taekwondo, so I fancied myself a Power Ranger. Dobby, Jason Momoa, he's beautiful. I got this in the Toronto Fan Expo, another little Mickey Mouse. I also have Vault Boy because Fallout's one of my favorite games. Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph, Genie and Esmeralda, Daenerys. I am obsessed with Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I've got Aang, Katara, and Appa. I'm really jealous because my mom has the Cabbage Man, so if you guys have seen it before, you know, my cabbages. I really want that one. I don't have that one yet. And I'm also really wanting to get Zuko. I've got Elsa. Working our way down here. I love World of Warcraft. It was one of the first games that I used to play on my own, so I've got all my original box sets. All my guidebooks, you'll notice a lot of them are from World of Warcraft. Geralt, which, like I mentioned, is one of my favorite games. Mr. Light got me this for Valentine's Day, so Geralt sits there. Mr. Light also got me all of these. Every time a new one comes out, he buys one for me. So if you haven't seen these before and you're a Harry Potter fan, I definitely recommend them. They're illustrated versions of the book, so they're gorgeous. I've got different pictures in them. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but they release about one a year, I think. So definitely look into these if you're a Harry Potter fan. There's really no explanation behind the unicorn, I just thought it was cute, so I got it. Alright, this is actually my tattoo. When I studied abroad in Ireland, I bought this and I loved it, loved it, loved it, so I decided to have it permanently put on my body. Groot again, Olaf. Can you tell I'm obsessed with Disney? James Bond. I'm also a huge Bond fan. That was another thing that I wanted to be when I was younger. I wanted to be a female James Bond. I thought it'd be really cool if they had a female version. And that's pretty much it. So I hope that you enjoyed the tour of my room. If you have any questions, obviously let me know. If you want to add to the collection, feel free to do so. The shipping address is in my About section of my page. Shameless plug there because I'm obsessed with pop figures. Go ahead and get me one if you want. And that's about it. So thank you so much for all of your questions for the Q&A. I'm sorry it took so long. I wanted to kind of give you an insight into my life, so it took a while to record all of those pieces, but I appreciate your support. I'm so thankful to all of you, and here's to another 15K.